on the radio. You know how I always tell you there's hope there, and there is hope, because I like to have a lot of younger folks on the show because they see the vision, they understand the problems of the country. Like we just chatted with Jen Kearns, Dr. Nina's coming up, and Erin Elmore is one of the brightest gals we know as well. She's an attorney, a Republican strategist, and Turning Point USA contributor. Erin, thanks for all you're doing, and great to have you on the program this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, listen, you're the future, my young friend. So, you got to keep fighting. And we appreciate all that Charlie is doing, on the radio and all over, because I really think we can take this country back. But let's start here. The jury from the Derek Chauvin trial has remained sealed at the hands of Judge Peter Cahill, despite calls for their identities to be released. What is the precedent for maintaining anonymity? And is that a good thing for that jury, do you think, Erin?
Well, it does break with precedent to a certain degree. However, I think we're living in extremely bizarre times. And the bigger issue that I see, let's put that one slightly to the side for a minute.
Okay.
How about Maxine Waters? How about President Joe Biden speaking about the outcome of the trial that they wanted while the jury was deliberating? So the problem I have there, the problem that we should all have there, is that this can be seen as jury intimidation. This can be seen to these jurors as, whoa, they might find out who I am. What if they come to my house? What if I don't decide X, Y, or Z in this case? I could be attacked. My family could be attacked. My job could be at risk. My children could be at risk. That's the problem I have here. And this judge, by the way, who I believe was a Democrat appointee, as most people probably know, judges are generally appointed and by the person in power, But he said a few really reasonable things.
Yeah, he did.
He said he did. And he said what Maxine Waters did could be grounds for appeal in this case. Because she was basically weighing in and saying if the jury doesn't decide X, Y, and Z, we should riot. We should go in the streets. And that's not how our justice system should work, period.
Yeah, it's so true. He worked for Amy Klobuchar, Senator Klobuchar, I think, but he seemed to be. But you know what's frustrating though and nauseating for us is that when we see what Maxine Waters says, and she goes and she inflames it, and then the judge reprimands her, then nothing is said. This would be if this was the Trump administration and somebody within the administration said something like that, it would be on the news over and over again. How does the mainstream media just stay away from it? What pressure can we put on? Maybe the question is that, what pressure can we put on the mainstream media so they start stepping up a little bit?
Well, the pressure is already on them. Their ratings, for example, CNN's ratings are through the floor. I mean, no one is watching. Whether it's our Oscars that we had last night, whether it's sports, whether it's these award shows, no one is watching. No one cares anymore. Sports viewership is down. But what I think is happening is I think people are just blaming it on COVID for now. And then, it's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back. People don't want this hypocrisy. People don't want this woke BS. They want the LeBron Jameses of the world to go play basketball and not give social commentary. But what Maxine Waters did, you're right. If it were a Republican, they were, when it was Trump and when it was January 6th, incitement. Maxine Waters made a comment, and then there were riots and murders and deaths shortly thereafter. There is a causal relationship there, whether the Democrats like it or not. But the problem is they know that they are completely untouchable. This needs to change. How we're going to change it? And this is a little bit of a side, and I'll say it quickly. When I talk to my friends in the Northeast, because I moved down to Florida, where, by the way, if people don't know, it is completely free in Florida. We are living our life as normal. Restaurants are full. Everything is normal. And when I talk to my friends up north, they say, when is this going to end? I said, you guys haven't revolted. You have not revolted in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Michigan. When you revolt, you will get a change. But if you can continue to be compliant little sheep, nothing is going to change. This is not about COVID. This is about power. Because if it was about COVID, everything would be open. Because Florida has lower cases. Texas has lower cases. Mississippi has lower cases. And we have been open. Our kids have been in school for a year. Pennsylvania school children are still not back in school. 18 months later almost? It's sick.
Yeah, it's true. And speaking of Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, so he's certainly, well, he is, and he's a common sense guy. I don't know his style. I like the electric style of President Trump. I know I tick people off when I say that, Erin, but I wonder if President Trump just stays away in 2024 and gets behind somebody like a Ron DeSantis, because DeSantis has seen the problems. And you know what? Donald Trump did a great job. People don't like me to say that, but you look at the initiatives that he did. He was one of our best presidents ever. People hate when I say that. I'm going to say just look at the record. But if indeed what are you feeling on the inside? Does he go in, or does he hand it off to somebody? Does Donald Trump hand it off to somebody like Governor DeSantis?
So I live about 25 minutes from Mar-a-Lago, and I've been there maybe 8 times over the course of the last couple of months. And let me tell you, he is living his best life. He walks out to dinner. He gets a standing ovation. He glad hands with all the people at Mar-a-Lago, different Republican celebrities. He goes to his golf course. Everyone loves him. He's living the life that he deserves to live. He's in his 70s. Everyone loves him where he goes. No one's giving him a hard time. He can be a kingmaker. I don't want him to run. And people get mad when I say that. Let this man enjoy his life. I think he should just go around and say, you're good. I'm going to get behind you. Be a kingmaker. Be the kingmaker. Enjoy your 70s. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your beautiful club. Get your standing ovations. Play your golf. Who needs the baloney? He deserves this.
Yeah, and then we got to say this quietly because people are listening and they'll shut us down. But when the truth about November 3rd comes out, don't you feel, I'm feeling a slight momentum, and they're very smartly keeping it quiet and under the radar. But when you see Maricopa County starting to look, and some other kind of, in Arizona and some other states are looking at it, wouldn't that be interesting if they said all of a sudden, we were just talking about it, hey, by the way, President Trump really won. I mean, and then
my gosh.
I mean, there's a possibility of that, correct?
I would be. I mean, the Democrats deserve that. They really, truly do.
Yeah.
We have a president now who is the most popular president in the history of America. I mean, if anyone believes that, then we just don't live on the same planet.
Yeah.
He lost 16 of 18 bellwether counties.
Yep. Yeah.
Lost Ohio.
Yeah.
Lost Florida.
Yeah.
Lost more and more of the minority and Hispanic vote, but yet somehow won. Okay, if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to tell you.
I know. Hey, Erin, you know what we got? We'll let you go. Erin Elmore, she is she's with Turning Point USA. I got to tell you, you know what gets me crazy sometimes, to your point of the CNN's ratings and MSNBC's ratings, and everybody, especially CNN's ratings, have dropped dramatically. I don't know how to say it nicely, but sometimes you'll see somebody on a conservative channel, the few that are out there, and then they'll say, what did the left say? And then they'll play something that CNN said, and I'm saying to myself, no one saw that, nor does anybody care, because no one is watching. Maybe it's a habit that some of those pundits that are conservative enough and are conservative heroes, maybe they should just maybe not show any of that footage from the,
true.
Am I right? Huh?
But sometimes we just show it because it's so absurd and so funny.
That
we need a good laugh. Because Saturday Night Live, your show, your alma mater, is so partisan that we have to use CNN as our new
SNL
comedy. And if we don't cry, if we don't laugh, we're gonna cry.
It's so true. Erin, thanks. Keep the fight. We appreciate you joining us, Erin Elmore. Thanks so much.
We need you down here.
Yeah, thank you. We're going down. Believe me, people are going down there. Thanks, in Florida. Thanks. Erin Elmore, all the very best. She's an attorney. She's a strategist for the GOP and Turning Point USA contributor. And she is the future of America. Sometimes I talk to a lot of conservative younger folks. And by the way, I hate to put labels on it. Conservative, not conservative. Oh, no, they're liberal. But people who are just peaceful patriots, liberty-loving, peaceful patriots. And we'll see what's going to happen as we go into it. 7:48.